allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take roll call, please.
Robert Pope.
Present.
Bill Holland.
Present.
Greg Zuzan.
Present.
Don Loudon.
Present.
Jason Puckett.
Present.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have a police officer swearing-in ceremony. Chief Stoops.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. As part of my job, this is probably one of the most enjoyable things that I get to do, and that's bring on brand new officers to the department. One, it adds to our resources and our numbers, but it's also a time for me to kind of remember what it was like when I got hired and remember all of those reasons why you took this, that chose this career to begin with. So I want to just kind of introduce each one of the officers, and then I'll introduce the judge here in just a second. The first officer I want to kind of introduce is Officer Dean Holian. Dean was born in the great Commonwealth of Kentucky, so we won't hold that against him here too much because he's an Indiana person now and native as far as we're concerned. We want to welcome his family, his parents, Thomas and Elizabeth. We want to welcome his wife, Elizabeth. She goes by Chrissy. He was raised mostly in Zionsville and graduated from Zionsville High School. He graduated from ISU with a BS in criminal justice and forensic science. Over the years, he's worked as a tire technician. He's worked for Jimmy John's. He was in the Department of Corrections as a corrections officer there and a supervisor. And most recently, he was a patrol officer with IMPD. He kind of discovered Avon when he met his wife and found out that she was a teacher here in the Avon school system. They quickly felt that Avon was where they wanted to raise their family and work, and where he wanted to work someday. So when that opportunity came about, he applied for the position here, and we were able to kind of snatch him away from IMPD. His career aspirations include being part of a drug interdiction program, proactive policing, and maybe someday even being a detective. The next officer is Jacob Moore. Jacob was born and raised in Greenwood, Indiana. He's here with his family and his parents, Todd and Amy. We also want to welcome his fiancee, Zeta. He's a graduate of Center Grove High School and a graduate of University of Indianapolis as a criminal justice major. And the interesting thing about that was he did that in just only 2 years because of all the advanced courses he took in high school.
Wow.
He also worked at Chick-fil-A for 5 years, and he was an area director. So we're hoping he can pull some strings and get us some Chick-fil-A every now and then. One of the things that in our application is the part where the officer gets to write why they want to be a police officer here. So every now and then I try to find something in there that really just kind of resonates with me. And Jacob wrote, "You feel a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood with the Avon Police Department. And from my own research, that seems to be the perfect environment for officers." So I feel like that really just kind of sums up why we get some of the officers that we get, and really appreciated that. Next, I'd like to introduce our judge for this evening that's going to conduct the swearing-in ceremony, Judge Stephanie LeMay Lucan from Superior Court 5. She's been out here longer than me, so we were just talking about that. So I won't talk about how old we are or anything like that, but we kind of grew up together out here in the county. When she was a deputy prosecutor, I was a detective, and then kind of worked our way up through the ranks in both of our careers. So it's been an honor to work with her, and it's an honor to have her here this evening. We'll turn it over to Judge.
Thank you, Sean. This is my first victim.
Whichever one you want to go with first.
Who wants to come on out first?
How about we go with?
Oh, here we go. We're taking.
This is Dean.
Okay. Dean.
Family, you're welcome to join in.
You guys want to come up?
Take pictures. This is your time.
Don't be nervous. Most people are nervous in front of me. Okay. Start. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Jacob Moore,
Do you solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
that I will defend the Constitution
I will defend the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of
and the
America
state of Indiana,
and the state of Indiana,
and that I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
perform my duties
perform my
as
duties
law enforcement officer
as a law enforcement officer
of the Avon Police Department
of the Avon Police Department
impartially,
impartially,
fairly,
fairly,
and to the best of my
and
ability.
the best of my ability.
I affirm
I affirm
that I will enforce all ordinances.
I-
That I will enforce
I will enforce
all
all
ordinances
ordinances
and laws
and laws
and follow all legal directives
and follow all legal directives
and policies
and policies
prescribed
prescribed
by the Avon Police
by
Department.
the Avon Police Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the hardest part. So I will say, sir, in the back, with the Pacer shirt, very nice. My nails are Pacers custom. I hope you don't have to do that every morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Dean Hoyne,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will defend the Constitution
that I will defend the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of
and
America
of the state of Indiana,
and the state of Indiana,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
perform my duties
perform my duties
as law enforcement officer
as a law enforcement officer
of the Avon Police Department.
of Avon Police Department.
I will impartially,
I will impartially,
fairly,
fairly,
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability,
I affirm that I will enforce all ordinances
I affirm that I will enforce all ordinances
and laws
and laws
and follow all directives
and follow all directives
and policies
and policies
prescribed by the Avon Police Department.
prescribed by the Avon Police Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
I think we're going to go ahead and take a quick recess so that the family can get photos. So we'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes.
For the families, we're gonna go out front to the logo and take pictures out there if you guys wanna follow.
Let's do my stuff.
And continue with the next item being the consent agenda. Is there any discussion? If not, we'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda, including the check register for June 26, 2025, the June 12th, 2025 work session, and the approval of minutes for the June 12th meeting as presented.
Second.
Thank you, Julie. We have a first and a second. Could you take roll call, please?
Greg Zuzen,
4.
Bill Holland,
4.
Robert Pope,
4.
Jason Puckett,
4.
Don Loudon.
4. Next is the first of 2 public comment sessions. The public may comment on items on the agenda that are not part of a public hearing or on a specific matter within the council's jurisdiction. If you would like to come forward and make a comment, please make sure that the microphone shows a green light and state your name and address. No one coming forward. We'll move on to council comment and liaison reports. Robert, we'll start on your end today.
The only thing I'm sure you guys are all aware, Monday's school board meeting, school board voted to move forward with the public school referendum extension vote for this November. That's all I got.
Thank you, Jason.
Attended the Avon, Washington Township Public Library Board meeting on Monday, just kind of going over some of their plans with SB1 and all that good stuff. Other than that, I don't have anything new to report.
Thank you, Greg.
We had the Plan Commission meeting earlier this week, and the Ray Skillman was continued. Other than that, everything's fine.
Thank you, Bill.
I've been out of town. I have nothing to report.
Thank you. I also have nothing to report at this time. We'll move on to,
I need to make a motion, if I could, to amend the agenda to add the approval of these 3 claims for the acquisition of the right-of-way on 100 North and Racery Road.
okay, we have a motion to add an agenda item.
Second.
Thank you. Julie?
Jason Puckett,
4.
Don Loudon,
4.
Greg Zuzen,
4.
Bill Holland,
4.
Robert Pope.
4.
All right, new business, tax abatements 2025 compliance forms. We're talking specifically this time about RISE.
Hello, John Taylor, Economic Development. At the last meeting where we tried to approve this, we had some questions. And so I've asked Jim Sapp, who is owns the company and the developer. And any question you want to ask, he's down in front of you. And I believe, did you already pass these out?
No.
Good evening. This is Ethan Michael. He's our CFO that created the application. I'll just run through it very quickly. We have been open a year now out on Ronald Reagan. We are a year behind, and I think that's what the concern is. We opened in May of 24. We had told you we would open in May of 23, but due to COVID, and then we had huge logistics problems with electrical, doors, steel, and it just took us 22 months to build it. So phase 1 is open. We're doing very well. We're at 75% occupancy. That's one of the fastest occupancy of all of our 14 locations in the Midwest. You can see from the second page, the yellow, blue, and red. The red we built. We will be applying for permits for the blue very shortly, and that will be built in about 6 to 7 months. The yellow will be the final phase, and we'll probably do that, we hope, in 27. I think the numbers that you're most concerned with or interested in is on the third page. We currently have 56 new businesses, established businesses in the park. We have an employee count of 252. We use what the federal government tells us the median employee count for small businesses in the U.S. is 5. So you take 5 times 56, that's where we get our employee count. Our current occupancy, as I said, is 76. Phase 2 will take us to 102 businesses, and we'll have an employee count of 510. I watched the video last month, and there was concern with the employee count. Those are not our employees. They are definitely tenant employees. We I've always said that. They've always been that for 15 years. So we're bringing in about 252 employees. Our employees aren't there every day. They come and go. There are all kinds of different services that they do for the community. But by next May, we'll have approximately 510 employees there. You can see some of the employees on that third sheet. Then on the last sheet, we've invested almost 13 million in the site. Phase 2 will be 4.2 million, and phase 3 will be 4.5. We told you for the tax abatement, which I appreciate is very important to the company, that we build 17 million out there. It's going to end up at 21 million due to inflation and due to being a year behind. So I think that answered some of the questions I listened to on the video, which was very helpful. If you have any questions for myself or Ethan Michael, our CFO, we'd be glad to answer them. We ask for your approval of our abatement, and it's not we don't have as much built as we thought this year, but it'll be built by next year.
I think it definitely seems like you're on track as far as the assessed value that was promised in the SB1, and it seems like you are with the employee count too. I was surprised that you've only got 117 current employees listed here when your paperwork here says 252. I guess that's where I was confused.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So honestly, when I filled out that form, I put the amount we had added since the previous SB1. So it was about 200 and low 200s, and then since then we've added additional businesses. So that was my mistake.
Well, I think the other thing you clarified is they are not your employees. Typically, we'll do an industrial building with one tenant. Those are their employees.
Right.
You're doing buildings for other tenants. Those are the tenant's employees.
Right.
And that's why we said this can't be right.
Right. They're definitely tenant employees. We're pulling them in from wherever. Some of them are coming from out of state. So we are bringing businesses to your community and taxes for payroll. So we ask for your vote or your approval of the abatement. We did get it this year, and we hope to get it for 25. Anybody else have?
So Mike, this is an annual approval, is that correct?
Yes. Any other questions? If not, would someone like to make a motion?
I've got a question for John. I assume I know the answer, but I want to make sure I ask. Is it your opinion they're on track to fulfill their obligation?
And actually, the night we did the abatement, I asked Jim to step out in the hall with me. I said, I'm sorry, I can't believe these job numbers. You know, you're going to have to come back every year and talk about these jobs. He said, they're not our jobs, but based on our other locations, this is what this is going to create. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Someone like me?
I'll make a motion that we approve the CF1 form for RISE as presented.
Second.
Thank you. Julie, roll call, please.
Robert Pope,
4.
Don Loudon,
4.
Bill Holland,
4.
Jason Puckett,
4.
Craig Zuzen.
4.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Next is awarding the bid for the Raceway Road and County Road 100 North Roundabout. Steve, are you speaking to that, or Ryan, or?
Oh, Ryan could do it. I'll introduce it. I may want Steve's assistance a little bit. I think I gave you guys a heads up on this at your last meeting that we did have this Raceway Road project in County Road 100 North out for bid. We did get 5 bids on the project. As you can see, we got excellent bids, which is positive, what we were hoping for as well. I'll remind you guys a little bit that this project was actually substantially over what our allocated funding was. So the fact that it came in under is actually really, really good for us. It helps us financially, and even, the way we're going to actually pay for this project is with the GO bond. So actually, with the 2 really good bids we got on our 2 projects, we ought to be able to do both projects using that GO bond, and we may still have a little bit of money left over as well. which maybe we can help Steve partner up with some CCMG to double and then get some more bang for our buck. So again, very fortunate in the bidding environment. The low bidder on the project was Midwest Paving at $2,955,369.69. Our engineer's estimate was $3,712,000 and $10. So we were about $756,000 underneath the engineer's estimate. The other thing I will point out in this, I know I gave you guys sources and uses. I've been exchanging some emails with the MPO. Since we actually came in under our funding, the MPO, we had actually originally proposed to be 70-30. But since we're under our funding allocation, the MPO has agreed to go 80-20. So we're actually paying a lower percentage because we've done that as well. The one question I still have outstanding, normally once you hit your maximum funding, you have to cover all of your change order costs. So I need to have that conversation since we have some additional money that's still left, because the MPO saved some money and we saved some money, is if we do have change orders, if the MPO will continue to cover those change orders. But either way, our share of the project is substantially less than what we thought and less than what we had in the bond. So again, great news, great bids, and great job to Steve and our engineering team for doing a great job in getting this out there. So Steve, do you want to, I have not worked with Midwest Paving. I know Steve and I have had some conversations, and so I'll maybe let him talk about that a little bit.
Sure. So I did some investigation because I too had not worked with Midwest Paving. Braun Rogers, our inspector for the project, who also did Dan Jones 1 and 2 and then also 100 South for us, he has worked with them, and their company said that they've done a good job for him. They've done similar projects, CCMG projects. They do a lot of paving. The superintendent that we had on our Dan Jones Phase 1 with EMB Paving now works for Midwest, and he will be the superintendent for this project for us. So there's some commonality there. So after checking references, Midwest Paving, it does seem like it'll be a good choice for us. I was concerned about the fact that they were low compared to the second bidder, EMB. And so I talked with the estimator. In my another life, I was an estimator, and I came in low often. And you leave a lot on the table. You don't like to leave a lot on the table, but when you're low, you always are concerned. So I asked him to review his bid and make sure that they're comfortable with their bid. He called me back 2 days later. It took him, he said, I'll call you back tomorrow. No, it took him 2 days. So they did a thorough review of their bid, and they said, yeah, we're comfortable that we'll make anticipated profit on this project. So with that said, I'm comfortable with them, and I recommend that you guys award to Midwest Paving.
Was this a fixed rate contract then or not?
A what?
Is this a fixed bid contract?
Yeah, basically it's unit price, but so it's not. It could go. If we go over on quantities, it could go over. But yeah, the price you're going to approve is for the contract. Any change order would be separate from that.
And my other question, you kind of answered it. I just want to clarify, because it's a GO bond that's funding this, and we're not going to use all that money for this. For the two projects, do we have to pay it back to the GO bond, or can we use it for other projects?
We can use it for other projects. The other thing, if you recall, the County Road 900 and Angelina Way roundabout had 4 sources. So the other thing is we may use less TIF money and use that bond money, and that way we can hold on to some of our TIF money. Either way, we will spend all the GO bond.
Or we could save that money for the next community crossing offering.
So
The maximum amount of.
we're anticipating in October our community crossings call. I think we have like almost $700,000 that we would qualify for in that one, so we'd need $350 to match.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Steve or Ryan? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll just, quick reminder, I'd remind you guys are just awarding the bid is all you're doing. So you don't necessarily, please don't say a maximum of $2 million. Just say we're awarding to the low bidder, please.
I make a motion that we award the bid to Midwest Paving as presented.
Second.
Thank you, Julie. Roll call, please.
Bill Holland,
4.
Robert Pope,
4.
Don Loudon,
4.
Greg Zuzen,
4.
Jason Puckett,
4.
Award quote for the purchase of a debris blower. Looks like it's back to you, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm going to cover this one for Shelby since she's not here. One of our most important pieces of equipment, just because of the length of our trail system and everything we do, one of the most used pieces of equipment we have is our debris blower. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. It has like a rotating head on it, and it blows air so we can blow off all our trails and keep them clean. As Shelby mentioned in our memo, we were having some issues with it. We took it into the shop. They actually told us they think the engine is going bad and that we'd be better off just to purchase a new one. And so, as Shelby mentioned in her memo, they provided us a quote of $12,500. Again, we've been really happy with that piece of equipment. We've had it for a number of years. And so it does come with a manufacturer warranty and a 3-year engine warranty. We've had it for longer than 3 years, so obviously that's why it's not covered under warranty with the existing one. So it is our recommendation to award the quote to Bobcat of Indy for $12,500 for the Buffalo Turbine Cyclone KD7. Happy to answer any questions.
Are they giving us any trade-in value for the existing one?
We're going to keep it and continue to use it, and we can use it as parts. We asked if they would take a trade-in, and they basically said no. They said they'd take it, but they wouldn't give us any money for it, so we just said, fine, we'll keep it. So then if we have parts go bad, we can reuse them. So we're going to keep it.
So we're buying the same model.
It's pretty similar. It's a newer model, but most of the components would still be transferable. We could reuse.
If we did that, that wouldn't void this warranty?
Of course not. We will never do anything to void a warranty.
Any questions? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we award the quote for purchase of the debris blower as presented.
Second.
Thank you. Julie?
Don Loudon,
4.
Jason Puckett,
4.
Robert Pope,
4.
Greg Zuzen,
4.
Bill Holland.
4.
Okay, next is the acquisition of parcels for the Raceway Road and 100 North Roundabout.
So thank you for adding this to the agenda. As you know, you just awarded the bid, so we do still have a couple of right-of-way parcels that are flowing in. And so as quickly as we can get those paid, unfortunately, I just got these 3 today, and Julie did the check register last week. So authorizing us to make payment of these and giving Julie permission to cut the checks helps us get the right-of-way clear, which helps us get utilities relocating and hopefully keep that project on schedule. So thank you for considering adding it to the agenda, and I'm happy to answer any questions. We do recommend you approve all 3 of these claims.
Do these need to be done separately, or can this be done all together?
You can do it all together if you choose.
Okay. Any other discussion? Make a motion that we approve the 3 claims for the acquisition of right-of-way on 100 North and Raceway Road that have been presented to us here.
Second.
We have a first and 2 seconds, so Julie, roll call, please.
Bill Holland,
4.
Jason Puckett,
4.
Don Loudon,
4.
Greg Zuzen,
4.
Robert Pope.
4.
Legal counsel report.
Nothing but thank you.
Okay, the second of 2 public comments. Again, if you would like to come forward, please state your name and your address. No one approaching, so we'll close that out again. And now we have council comment report. Anyone have anything to say?
Don't forget Rib Fest, Saturday,
What time?
10 to 10, Fairgrounds.
Thank you. Council calendar.
I do want to go through a couple calendar things with you guys. One, your next meeting is July 10th. I've worked you guys pretty hard for the last 2 months on work sessions, so I was going to propose no work session on the 10th, give you guys that one off. I don't have anything super pressing, so I don't think that causes any issues. So I don't know if you guys want to discuss that or if you're okay with just a regular council meeting on the 10th.
I would ask that you consider that we are changing the latter meeting in the month. And because of that, a lot of times our work sessions involve our police department being present. So are you planning the work session for the July month, the off week or day?
I can do that as of right now. Maybe if you and I can coordinate that, and let's see if we have items. And if we do, we could do them on the 23rd at that meeting. I'd prefer to do it there.
I just didn't know if they would be able to attend because it's the night before their national night out, is my only point.
Sean, could you attend the 23rd?
We're going to be doing a lot of
Setup? Okay. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
And again, so I have a bit of a problem even having a work session on the 10th because I'm on vacation next week.
Oh.
And then I have the West Central trial that week as well. So I don't know that I have any time to prep anything for your meeting on the 10th, even if we had anything. So I'm still comfortable not doing it on the 10th. And then if we need to do something, or if we have something we want to talk about, if you and I and Jason can discuss that, and if we want to do something on the 23rd, or if we can just wait till August, then we can just wait till August as well.
Okay. That's the only thing I thought could conflict there.
You can't even guarantee you could be here on the 10th at that time.
Correct.
We'll be done when the judge says we're done.
Okay.
So then the other thing, I know there's been lots of discussion about a groundbreaking. And so I wanted to have a quick conversation while I had you guys all here about a groundbreaking for the Civic Center. We are hopeful to have pavement next week. I know Greg followed me out and got a chance to see the site. I think by middle of July, I think we'll be ready to do a groundbreaking. So I have a couple dates I was going to throw out to you guys and see if these would potentially work. July 17th, July 22nd, and then July 29th potentially, but it would have to be in the evening on July 29th. The other question may be, of those days, what are times that would work? Suzanne pointed out that the middle of July is awfully toasty, so would you want to do it in the morning? Would you want to do it late in the day? Like what time of day, even if you're available those days? I know some of you guys have other obligations and jobs, so like a 9 a.m. groundbreaking may not be ideal for some of you, so I'm not sure how you guys want to do that as well.
You
But
said the 17th, the 22nd, and what was the other one?
the 29th, and the 29th would have to be in the evening. I'm not available during the day on the 29th, so.
17th in the morning works for me.
Depends on what time.
I don't know that I'll be available for any mornings, but you guys can plan around me. You don't have to.
Well, this is pretty important, so I'd like to that's why I'm bringing it up. I'd like a time where all 5 of you can be there. This will be the largest project the town has ever done, so.
The 17th or the 29th is best for me if we're going to do it in the evening.
Is that everyone's preference to do it in the evening?
I'm on Jason's schedule, so whatever he decides is good for me.
Evening works, 17th, 29th.
Dawn, do those work for you? I mean, if you give me if those 2 dates work, let Suzanne and I work on a little bit, and I want to check with, obviously, the school and the RDC as well, make sure they're available, but I wanted to start with all of you, so we'll try either of those 2 dates and get back with you.
Make certain that the road first.
And I want to make sure the road is paved, so. And that's what, I will tell you now, I'm leaning towards probably the 29th then, because I'm not here next week, so we may not know if the roads get paved until the following week. And then the 17th gets on us pretty quick, and to make sure that everybody can make it and that we can get invitations out to everybody, it gets to be a little tight on the 17th, so.
Where are you going?
Would the school bus be able to transport us again?
Well, I'm hoping that everyone can park over there, that we'll have space.
Okay.
But that's why I want the paving to be done. A school bus may have a harder time than you guys getting in and out of the site. It's pretty tight, which, as you guys know, it's supposed to have more of an urban feel. So the streets are narrow, the curves are tighter, so I think we can accommodate the cars. We'll figure out a way to do it. If they pave, there's already parking along the streets and stuff, so it'll be pretty cool. And if any of you want to go over there, I'm happy to take you over between now and then too, so you can get a look at it. That's all I had for council calendar. Thank you.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.